Hello, beautiful human being. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be making this heart box braid. So to start off, share the section where you want the heart to fit into two equal parts from top to bottom. You can put away one of the sides. On this side, I make a line going from the middle to the top corner. From the middle of that section, slant it upwards into one of the corners at the top, right? Just like this. And now we are going to braid from that tip. You try to make the tip as tapered or as pointy, like when you're making feeding braid and you start braiding just the hair, to get it to look pointed. Like when it tapers into the center of the heart, it looks nicer. So you try to not make the heart bulky from that place. Another mistake you should avoid doing is using too much hair extension while still making the heart, because I don't know, it just makes it look kind of bulky and more difficult to blend in when it's time for you to start adding the section of the box braid, like the tail of the braid. So I like to just keep it light when you're still making the design, so that it doesn't complicate things for you. Then when you get to the end of the design, you add the hair extension as much as you want. So I started off again from the top corner, slant it into the middle, and then we are going to start braiding. And you're making this hairstyle, it's either you're turning the chair around or you're going around your client like a crazy person. So you will have to keep going round and round and round and round. So I just didn't make it too fast so that you can see what is going on. So when you braid it all, try to go all the way to the top before you curve your hand. Like, don't be too eager to braid right into that corner. Braid it into the corner before you start curving your hands downwards, so that your heart can look robust. Because one of the things that is already going to happen is to have elongated hearts, just because of the shape of many people's head. When you have much canvas to work with and you're going with this regular sectioning of one line from behind the ears, one line from the brows round, and then the third section on top, you're most likely going to have the hearts long and slender. So try not to enforce that shape by curving your hand too fast and making everything look streamlined. No. So curve and braid all the way to the robust corners before you bend inward, so that your heart can be as curved, as open-hearted as possible. Just kidding. So this is the part where I told you, if you use too much hair extension, when it's time to braid the two tails together, it's just going to increase the possibility of it being bulky. So if you don't have too much hair, you can just easily braid them together and then start adding the hair extension that you want. So this year you determine the length of the hair you want to use and all those good stuffs. And then let's repeat this one more time, because I believe after this it is very, very, very clear. The only question I might assume someone has is like how to get the boxes, or how I sectioned off the boxes. I will be uploading the full tutorial of the whole hairstyle in case you are interested in just learning beyond exactly how to make the heart shape. Then it will be the next video after this one. You can just check it out. And but for those who don't need it, I have 3 hearts at the back. I had 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think that's 6 in the middle section. I am not too sure. 6 or 7. Yeah, that should be 6. Oh yeah, something else, because Dopa Spanner, I watched her tutorial before making mine. She mentioned, like, if you want the heart to lay down, like the heart at the top to be like in a brick format, you know how we make brick format for knotless braid, yeah? if you want one heart to be in the middle of the next one, instead of having them lining up like one heart on top of the next heart on top of the next heart, that's going to conceal some of the heart shape and make it less obvious. So you have to try to aim to have a heart in between two other hearts. So in that other video, you see how I made sure, like, you have to bear that in mind when sectioning your hair. And you see like the smaller places I had that challenge, like where what I did to make sure it turned out perfectly, because you don't want to be done and some hearts to just be messianing in different directions, right? So in the next video you're going to see me do that, but I am showing you this from the opposite angle, so from the middle straight into the corner of that section and then braid. This hair is seriously easy. It is so much easier than the butterfly this thing. So for this hairstyle, I have made tutorials on both the butterfly one, the heart braid, and using a flower, and also using dollar sign. Yeah, so I will link the ones of the butterfly and the dollar. There's also the one for flower, like flower in each of these individual block boxes, butterfly in the individual boxes, and um butterfly, flowers, and dollar sign in the individual boxes. That dollar sign is something I look forward to making, like money braid, money design. I hope I have a client that is going to request for that, or that can let me suggest that, because it will be so much fun. Just imagine having like dollar inside each of these boxes. That would be so nice. So you see, time to add both together. This is where you have to aim. If two of it, like the two tails, have been messianing and somehow are not in the middle, when it's time to braid it together, you shift to the side you need to shift. When you are making the hair, when you get to this point, you will know exactly what I mean. When you add the two tails of the heart and it looks as if like your braid is shifted to one side more than the other, when it's time to join them together, that is the time, like, you watch out and make sure it is in the middle, like both of them, the braiding is in the middle, and then you continue. Because I know there are times when maybe like this first one that had more hair inside than the half part of the hair that is towards her edges, it's going to affect where the just how the braid is coming out. But when it's time to join them together, I just shift the braid to be exactly where I want it to be. When you are making this hair and you get to this point, you will understand exactly what I am saying. Now it doesn't make sense. Don't worry, when you're making the hair, you remember I said this and it will help you out at that point. So if you enjoyed this, then remember to check the rest out. Dollar sign, flower, butterfly, then a heart. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Bye.